This video is about what you have to prove to qualify for a whistleblowing claim in the Employment Tribunal. Whistleblowing legislation is called Public Interest Disclosure Act 1998, and it's a complex series of clauses within the Act that have to be fulfilled for you to be successful to bring a claim at the Employment Tribunal. Claims at the Employment Tribunal need to be brought 3 months less 1 day from the act that you are claiming you blew the whistle on. Or it could be 3 months less 1 day from the act of the detriment that you suffered as a result of you blowing the whistle. So for example, if you're sacked because you blew the whistle, 3 months less 1 day is your deadline. Again, you have to go through ACAS, you have to go through early conciliation. If you're interested in that at all, then see my other videos. What you blow the whistle about is very relevant. It must be about a legal obligation that's been breached, a criminal act, a health and safety breach that endangers life, or something like the environment is about to be damaged. It's very specific in the Public Interest Disclosure Act as to what you can actually blow the whistle about. And it's usually largely to do with illegal activities. Who you blow the whistle to is also relevant, and you should consider who you make the disclosure to before you actually make it. Don't usually make it to your line manager, make it to your line manager's line manager or a director of the business. And it's important that you believe that what you are blowing the whistle about is in the public interest. So it has to be about an illegal activity, or it's endangering life through health and safety, or it's endangering the environment. Who you blow the whistle to is important, and you must believe that it's in the public interest. If you qualify for each of those elements that I've described, then the law will protect you on whistleblowing. In relation to the Employment Tribunal, what you have to do is tie your whistleblowing claim to the act of detriment. So it could be to dismissal, or it could be some other act of victimisation that you've suffered. And that's the element that you have to prove, rather than the probably concocted story that your employer or your line manager has come up with as a reason for dismissing you or for victimising you. Okay, just a final word on burden of proof. If you have 2 years service, then the burden of proof is on your employer to prove that your dismissal was not tied to your whistleblowing claim. And if you have less than 2 years service, the burden of proof is on you, the claimant, to prove it was tied to your whistleblowing claim. Whistleblowing claims can be complex. The law is a minefield when it comes to whistleblowing. There is an enormous amount of case law to trawl through, as well as the Public Interest Disclosure Act. So if you're going to use a solicitor, a word of warning, it will cost money and could probably end up costing high 5 figures. So think twice about your claim. If you think your claim is worth more than the money that you would invest in a solicitor, then I suggest a solicitor would be the best route for you to follow. And if not, think about what you want to do with your claim and whether it's actually worth taking to the Employment Tribunal.